Now the equilibrium reaction is Ax By is equal to x into a raised to y plus y into b raised to x minus, and the solubility product becomes Ksp is equal to a raised to y plus raised to x into b raised to y, and the Ksp becomes x raised to x into y raised to y s raised to x plus y. For the salt like AgBr, the solubility product Ksp becomes Ss square. It means that S is the solubility of Ag plus, S is the solubility of Br minus, and it becomes S square. For the salts like CaF2, the solubility becomes 4S cube by putting the ions in the equation Ksp. We get the solubility product for the salt is 4S cube. Now for the salt like AlOH thrice, the Ksp becomes 27S4, and for the salts like Bi2S3, the solubility products becomes Ksp is equal to 108 S raised to 5. You can see in textbook for the detailed explanation about the salts and its Ksp, how the values 27S cube S raised to 4 for AlOH thrice, and how the Ksp values 108 S raised to 5 for the salts like Bi2S3. Now conditions for precipitation. If we dissolve a salt in a water to form a saturated solution, and what are the conditions for the precipitation? The expression of ionic product contains concentration of ions under any conditions, whereas expression of Ksp contains only equilibrium concentrations. The conditions for precipitation for solutions are like this. Number 1, if ionization potential is equal to Ksp, the solution is saturated and the solubility equilibrium exists and precipitation does not occur. It means that when ionic products means, for example, Al plus 3 and OH minus ions, iska concentration means ionic product, and solubility products means the concentration of these two. If these two are equal, ionic product and solubility product, at that time there is no precipitation. If ionic product is greater than the Ksp, the solution is supersaturated and precipitation of compound will occur. It means that the number of ions are more in the solutions than that of Ksp. At that time there is a precipitation. If ionic products are less, means that number of ions are less than the solubility product, the solution is unsaturated and precipitation will not occur. These are the three conditions for the precipitation. 1, ionic product is equal to solubility product. At that time there is equilibrium between the solubility product and the ionic product, and precipitation does not occur. If the ionic products becomes more than the solubility product, the solution becomes supersaturated and the precipitation will occur. And if ionic products are less than the solubility product, the solution is unsaturated and precipitation will not occur. Now the next term, common ion effect. What is common ion effect? The ionization of weak electrolyte suppressed by the addition of strong electrolyte containing common ion to the weak electrolyte is called common ion effect. That is, the solubility of sparingly soluble salt decreases with the presence of common ion in solution. Common ion effect means, suppose a weak electrolyte, for example, consider a weak electrolyte or weak acid, CH3COOH dissociate feebly, and if we add a strong electrolyte like CH3CONa, it dissociates completely. Both the acid and salt contains CH3CO- or gives the acetate ions, and the concentration of acetate ion becomes more. Both the acid and salt produce CH3CO- ions. According to Le Chatelier principle, equilibrium shift to the left. It means that the excess of CH3CO- ions combine with H plus ions to form the undissociated acetic acid. It means that the solubility of this acetic acid is suppressed by the addition of the another strong electrolyte containing the common ion. Here the common ion is CH3CO-, and the definition for that common ion effect, the ionization of weak electrolyte, for example acetic acid, suppressed by the addition of strong electrolyte like CH3CONa containing common ion, for example acetate ion, to the weak electrolyte is called common ion effect. Now the problems we are going to solve some problems based on Ostwald dilution law. First problem, calculate the dissociation constant of 2% dissociated ammonium hydroxide in its 0.1 m solution. Here in problem we have to calculate dissociation constant, that is we have to calculate dissociation constant, that is Kb, and given value percent dissociation is 2 and concentration is 0.1 m. Given percent dissociation 2 and concentration 0.1 concentration, 1 molar concentration. Formula applied for this is alpha is equal to percent dissociation, percent ionization by 100. Percent ionization is 2 and divided by 100, therefore it becomes 2 into 10⁻². Now we have to calculate the dissociation constant of ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide is a weak base, therefore we have to calculate Kb is equal to alpha square C. यहाँ हमने अल्फा कैलकुलेट किया, अब कैलकुलेट करना है Kb. Kb is equal to alpha square C. Put the values of alpha, that is 2 into 10⁻² into 10⁻² into 10⁻⁻1, and it becomes Kb is equal to 4 into 10⁻⁵. The second problem, the ionization constant of CH3COOH, that is acetic acid, is 1.8 into 10⁻⁵.